Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button, like, comment, share.
System. There's no situation that this scope cannot handle. The first thing you're going to notice when you pick one up is how light it is. For example, this 4.5 to 14 comes in at just under 13 ounces, making it literally the lightest scope in its category. After a 3-hour stock and a 10-mile hike back to camp, you're going to be really glad you saved on some weight. The next thing you'll notice is the VX3I's elite optical performance, and that starts with our Twilight Max light management system, which is all about helping you see more in less light. Its combination of technologies means spending another 15 to 30 minutes hunting and shooting as the sun's coming up or going down. So go check out our video on our patented Twilight light management systems for all the details. There's also a ton of models to choose from. No matter what hunt you're going on or what rifle you have, there is one of these for it. Large caliber safari rifles all the way to long range precision rigs. We've got you covered. And they all come standard with mil-spec scratch resistant lenses, easy turn power selectors, and super precise adjustments. And like all Leupold rifle scopes, this VX3I is 100% waterproof, fog-proof, Punisher tested, and verified to perform under the harshest conditions. And that's why it's backed by our full lifetime guarantee. If this scope doesn't perform as promised, we'll repair or replace it for free, whether you're the original owner or not.
Hi, this is Joe with Vortex Optics. We're here today to talk to you about the Diamondback Rifle Scope Series. The Diamondback has a reputation in the industry for one of the best hunting scopes your money can buy. The Diamondback comes in various configurations and reticles, which you'll see here. Let's take a minute to walk you through this amazing rifle scope. Starting at the front of the scope, all lenses are fully multi-coated for crystal clear, bright images from dawn to dusk. Going on to the tube, it's a solid one-piece aircraft-grade aluminum tube for superior durability and shockproof. Internally, the scope is argon purged and O-ring sealed for a lifetime of waterproof and fog-proof performance. Moving on to the turrets, they're metal-on-metal precision turrets that offer the ability to zero reset after sight-in. Again, as we move inside the scope, we have a precision glide erector system which ensures accurate tracking and repeatability. And then as we make our way to the back of the scope, we have a fast focus eyepiece that allows you to quickly get a clear image of your reticle and then very generous eye relief. And that's going to cover it for the Vortex Diamondback Rifle Scope. If you're looking to stretch your dollar for the best hunting rifle scope that your money can buy, I strongly urge you head down to your local Vortex dealer to take a look at one of these today. As with all of our rifle scopes, the Diamondback comes with our legendary VIP warranty, which is our lifetime, unconditional, unlimited guarantee.
VX1 is built to the same punishing recoil standards as all Gold Ring rifle scopes. Its durability, combined with its affordability, make this not just a great rifle scope for its class, but a great rifle scope, period. Leupold's proprietary nitrogen fill process gives this rifle scope a lifetime of waterproof and fog-proof performance. Every Gold Ring rifle scope is submersion tested to guarantee seal integrity. It also features our revolutionary quantum optical system and multi-coat 4-lens coatings, which gives you incredible light transmission. The result? A sight picture that is unbelievably bright, crystal clear, and razor sharp. Designed, machined, and assembled in the United States by our 650 American craftsmen who accept nothing less than perfection. Backed by the Leupold Gold Ring full lifetime guarantee. If your scope doesn't perform as promised, we'll replace it.
Rifle scopes, and you'll notice that maybe it has an adjustable objective or this thing called a side parallax adjustment. Now, first off, it's important to note that actually both of these features do the exact same thing, which is correcting parallax error. They're just two different locations for having that different adjustment on the rifle scope. Now, generally speaking, a side focus parallax is easier to get to for a shooter. It's a little bit more involved manufacturing process, so you might see that on a slightly more expensive scope. But again, that doesn't mean that it's doing anything better than a scope with an adjustable objective. They're actually doing the same thing. It's just a bit more convenient for the shooter. So anyway, parallax error, what exactly is that? Well, to best explain it, let's consider the fact that when we're shooting, we're kind of dealing with three different planes. And the first would be our eye. The second is inside of our rifle scope and where we're using for our point of aim. And the third is then our target that we're aiming at. Now we can kind of make this with just our fingers and our eye. where we have, let's say this is our rifle scope, one finger, and then the next is our target. Well, right now we have them spread apart, so they're on different planes, kind of like we referred to here. And when they're on different planes and they're spread apart, if we get our eye directly in line with them, they can look like they're exactly on top of each other. Now, this is just like if you're looking through your rifle scope. If you have a perfect cheek weld and your eye is directly in line with the rifle scope and its optical system, you can have it look as though just the reticle is right on top of the target and there won't be any error there. Where the parallax error starts to come into play is then as your head and your eye starts to move off axis a little bit. Maybe you don't have a perfect cheek weld. You're a little bit over to one side or up or down. It could be just about anything, but what starts to happen is, again, now we have our fingers out in front of us and we have our rifle scope and we have our image out here that we're looking at. As we start to move our head around, you'll notice that even though our fingers aren't physically moving, it appears as though they're moving in relation to one another. So again, let's say we have a rifle scope that either can't account for parallax error, it doesn't have a side adjustable knob, or it doesn't have an adjustable objective. If it can't do that, then if you come and you don't have a perfect cheek weld, you might start shooting off of an error, where really your reticle is actually on top of a target, for example, but if you're over here, you might feel as though it's off to the side, and so you'll make the adjustment and the correction by moving your whole rifle, but you're actually doing that based on an error. So you might notice that you're actually missing the target left, right, up, or down, and actually what's happening is it's just parallax error. Now, when we account for parallax error, what essentially we're doing is we're moving the target and the plane inside of our rifle scope as our point of aim onto the same plane. And so again, we can demonstrate that with our fingers here, because what we're essentially doing is moving both of those to being right on top of one another. So now if our fingers are on top of one another and our head is right here, it still looks like they're covering each other up. But as we move our head around, up, down, left, right, well, actually, they always look like they're on top of each other. So we don't get any of that parallax error, which is essentially making our fingers, or in this case, of course, our point of aim and our target look like they're moving in relation to one another. In the case of shooting, it just means that you don't have to make such a conscious effort about having a perfect cheek weld every single time. If you're a little bit off, you can still know that where your reticle looks to be in your rifle scope in relation to that target is perfectly on target, and you don't have to worry about any parallax error. Now, is it absolutely necessary to be precise and shoot long range? No, it's not absolutely necessary. Again, as long as you have a really good solid cheek weld and your face and your eye is nicely in line with that optical system, you can shoot out long range all day and not have any issues at all with parallax. And you can do that just fine with a rifle scope that doesn't account for parallax error. Is it a nice thing to have? Certainly it is. It makes it just one less thing for you to have to worry about when you're actually getting into position to shoot. If you have that parallax adjustment dialed perfectly to the distance that you're shooting at, or very close, you don't have to worry so much about potential parallax error if your cheek weld is slightly off.
System with an impressive reticle and Leupold's legendary ruggedness. Its sleek design, combined with daylight bright illumination, puts the VXR Patrol rifle scope at the top of its game. The patented one-button illumination design with 8 different brightness settings minimizes bulk when weight really matters. Motion sensor technology helps conserve the ample battery life of the VXR Patrol. Trusted by competitors and professional shooters for any situation requiring fast target acquisition and exceptional precision, the VXR Patrol is the answer. Designed, machined, and assembled in the United States by our 650 American craftsmen who accept nothing less than perfection, backed by the Leupold Gold Ring full lifetime guarantee. If your scope doesn't perform as promised, we'll replace it or repair it for free, whether you are the original owner or not.
Thanks for watching. Product by link given in description.